Hi, my name is Joy Labs Lewis and I'm a musician, composer, and arts educator. My instrument of choice is the Steelpan. And today I want to talk about practicing. Not just practicing with our physical instruments, but utilizing digital applications to practice. Now, sometimes we'll find ourselves in a situation where we can't access our instruments. Even those of us who have instruments at home can't always practice because of sound restrictions. And so what we can do is we can use some of the digital apps that they have on the market to practice. Now, I'm not endorsing any particular application. I will, however, show you a few of them that I've used and that I continue to use for my own practice. The ones that I have are Steelpan Tutor, Steelpan Gold, and Digital Pan. Digital Pan also has Digital Pan Free. So what I've done is what you can find on most of these apps, if you just go to your app store, whether it's the Apple Store or Google Play, search Steelpan. So you can search in 2 words, Steel Pan, or the compound word Steel Pan. You can look up steel drum, steel band, and just see what comes up. Now, I noticed that when I was double checking these before the video, I wasn't able to access Digital Pan, and they said that there was no updates available in my country. So it's possible that I might have access to apps in my region, and you might have access to different apps in your region, but I'm sure no matter where you are in the world, you'll be able to have access to something. So I'll show you Steelpan Tutor first. When you click, you can choose the layout of the pan. So here we have, I chose the 4th and 5th style. You can choose the color of the notes and the background in the preferences. That's at the home page. When you get in, you can change the reverb level, the pan volume, the octave. You can transpose. You can also use their MIDI player and access their YouTube tutorials. In addition to this, we have Steelpan app, Steelpan Gold, which is an app that replicates the ePan. The ePan was invented by Simon Cupid, and this pan aims to allow us to access MIDI sounds and trigger different sounds, however, still using the layout of the Steelpan. And so they have in-app purchases to get a piano or get other horn or woodwind sounds. And similarly, though, you can change the octave, you can change the pan volume, and do other things. Lastly, I'll show you Digital Pan. And again, as I mentioned, there's also Digital Pan Free. So there it is. And I'll just take this off here. Digital Pan Free. The difference between Digital Pan and Digital Pan Free is that Digital Pan Free has a bunch of ads and pop-ups. So if you want, I'll just show you the Digital Pan. You have the choice of your instrument. You click on it, it's there. You can turn the notes right there on and off. You can record quick snippets of your playing and play them back. And I will go back to here, and it allows you just to scroll across and pick the layout that you like. The only challenge that is a similar challenge that we find in our respective panyards is that there's not always consistency in terms of the layout of each instrument. So you might find a double tenor or 6 bass pan, and it might not be laid out in the same way that your instrument is that you typically play. So in that case, you may still find it useful, or you can take the opportunity to try practicing a new pan, or if you wanted to try a new pan, like a tenor pan, for example, or a lead pan, but you don't want to do it in your practice or your band setting. So it's something that you can do here. So I know that we all, especially during times of crisis like these, a lot of us are missing our pan families. We're missing the joy of making music together, but we can still get down, we can still practice a little bit. And I will take some time and make a few videos that explore each app in more depth. But in the meantime, I encourage you to listen to some music, to download an app, to practice. And I also want to say specifically to parents. So if your children are typically participating in Steelpan programs in their respective schools or communities, or for grown-ups who might have your parents that are seniors or more mature that are playing Steelpan, which I absolutely love, but might not be extremely technically savvy, I encourage you to take a moment, and I know because most of them have smartphones now, and just help them to download one of these apps, and that way they could practice And I often find, especially some of my more mature steel pan enthusiasts, that they say, I wanted to play, I never got to play. So even if they don't actually play now or have never played before, here's a great opportunity to allow them to access the instrument. That's all for this video. You can follow me at Joylapse Music on Instagram, YouTube, and on Facebook, and I will continue to share more useful content. Take care, everyone.